Hello, lovers. Before I get going, let me just say this right off the get-go. Thank you for everyone who have subscribed to this channel. A lot of new people. Also, a lot of people who were once subscribed to my main channel that used to be unsubscribed, resubscribed to this channel, whatever. Welcome back. Whew. Alright, so thank you. I appreciate it. And on we go. As it pertains to the last video that I uploaded, as you all know, that was from a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, whatever it was, sometime in 2019. We're now into 2021. I didn't realize when I loaded that video that it was going to be as viewed as it turned out to be, as interesting to people as it turned out to be. I uploaded it because it had to do with current affairs down here in the community. So I thought, well, since how I had broached the subject before, I just wanted to remind people, quite frankly, that this topic really, it's nothing new. It's nothing new on my end. So I thought I'd upload it to give people a small reminder that I once tried to broach this topic, and let me tell you, at the time, it was not the popular thing to do. I got some blowback. I got some blowback, but what else is new? Backlash might as well be my middle name. Having said that, I'm glad you all enjoyed that video and got something out of it. Having said that, I do want to speak on current affairs. So, here we go. As it pertains to the whole Diane-Wendy fiasco and their goings-ons with the St. Jude and everything, I really want to talk about kind of what's going on around that whole scene. Almost less about them this time, because I think I made it quite clear how I feel about them per se, and more so the community's reaction to them. I was, listening to some videos around the community, some streams and such. I do want to warn people to not get caught up in this tribal mindset of us versus each other over them. It's very easy to do. And I think some people make some good points, when we're talking about people getting mad at their friends who might support this one or, not support that one or whatever the case. Let's take a lesson from politics, all right? And we see where the tribal mindset gets us. You do start to operate with blinders on, so to speak. So let's be mindful of that. Let's be mindful that people are going to have difference of opinions and all that good stuff. Let's not lose friends or even acquaintances that we rather enjoy over their drama. When I say their drama, I mean Diane and Wendy's drama. Because really, essentially, this is their drama. They're the ones who caused their own drama. The community is stirring the pot, but essentially, it's their drama. So just remember that. I want to mention this term, witch hunt. In my opinion, I believe it's being misused. And here's why. If we think back to the Tucker drama, which is the closest thing we have in the community to compare this to, and really, I don't think the two are that far apart. I really don't think the two are that far apart. I really don't. I think there's a lot of similarities that go along with the Tucker drama and the Diane and Wendy drama, as it pertains to St. Jude. But I don't really recall a witch hunt being utilized like it is with Diane and Wendy as when it came to Tucker. I just don't remember the term witch hunt being thrown around. And I can't really reconcile that. I'm like, well, why not? if this is a witch hunt, wasn't that a witch hunt? See, I don't believe either was necessarily a witch hunt, because I believe that in order for something to be a witch hunt, you literally have to take two innocent would-be witches up out of their home and chase them through the streets with torches and lanterns and burn them at the stake, right? That's a witch hunt. That's a witch hunt to me. In this case, neither is innocent. Neither witch is innocent, right? Tucker made mistakes. He made some steps that were just not correct. He made some steps that were just not correct. Diane made some steps that were just not correct. She is fallible, right? She is obviously fallible, as is Wendy. Okay? She doesn't get a free pass, in my opinion, as well. Here's the deal. If you've got a jetliner cruising through the air at several hundred miles per hour, you've got a pilot and a co-pilot. If the pilot crashes the plane, the co-pilot isn't getting a free pass from me, right? They're just not. They're both properly trained to fly the aircraft, right? That's just the way it is. You got two people in the cabin. You got two people to answer for the missteps. That's the way I see it. That's just my opinion. No one else's. That's mine. But here's the thing. I don't see it as a witch hunt. I see two fallible individuals who messed up, who the odds are, did not give all of the money that they led people to believe, all of the super chat money that they led people to believe, to St. Jude. Oh, they gave some of it, they gave a good portion of it, whatever they did. But I believe whatever they led the people to believe they were giving, didn't make it to St. Jude. I think we can all pretty much surmise that. So that's a misstep, a big misstep on their part. Now, of course, they will say, it was their money. They don't have to answer to anyone. It was their money to do what they would. Or they'll say something to the fact that, listen, they did donate all the money and they have receipts, but they don't have to show the receipts. And if they did show the receipts, hey, you wouldn't trust the receipts anyway. You'd still call them a liar. Here's the deal. You're right. They don't have to show the receipts, but at the same time, we don't have to sit there and settle for their mediocre excuses either. We don't have to accept anything they say as it pertains to St. Jude. See, if they don't want to give a little, we don't have to give a little. But here's the deal. This is why I really say this, because let's take our judicial system, for example. Let's just take that, for example. If a defendant walks up into the courtroom and just looks at the judge or looks at the jury and says, listen, I could easily produce the documentation that says I was here, I was there, I was not there to commit the crime, or I could produce the documents that show I made the full deposit. I made it all. I made all the agreed upon deposits. I have the deposit slips right in my purse. But I'm not going to show them. Why? Because you're not going to believe it anyway, Your Honor. You're not going to believe me anyway, juror. You're not going to believe me, so I'm not going to pull them out of my purse. Right? To me, that is the biggest cop-out. Tucker also used that, to be fair. It is the biggest cop-out there is. And anybody that supports that, which there are plenty, there are people out there that actually support that argument. Because I've heard them with my own ears that say, listen, I don't blame Diane and Wendy. I don't blame them. Because even if they produce the receipts, people aren't going to believe them anyway. Here's the deal. It's not about whether people believe them or not. It's about the integrity of these two gals, more specifically Diane, if she's actually in control of said receipts. It's about her integrity to pull it out of her purse, lay the receipts on the table, and say, here are the receipts. They're right there in front of you. Now, whether you people believe them or not, whether you people can read or not, whether you people can add or not, I have done my part. Here are the receipts. Or as I say, I don't bother with the receipts. I provide the whole goddamn ledger. Bring out the ledger. In this case, provide us the ledger. Bring it out, lay it on the table. Do your part. That way, there's no one that can say, you didn't do your part, see? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's not about the haters not believing. Because here's the thing, if they're fraudulent, we're gonna know, right? If they're not fraudulent, we're gonna know. It's that simple. Now, on the other hand, if you really don't have the receipts, or your ledger is fudged, you're missing some deposits, wouldn't the best thing just come out and say, listen, no, I didn't deposit. I didn't deposit every dollar for my super chats to St. Jude. I didn't do it. Maybe more money came in than I really thought was going to come in over the years, and I used it for other purposes. Maybe for whatever reason, I used it for other purposes, whether it be my personal life, whether I gave it to other people, whether I paid it out in other super chats along the way, whether I spreaded the wealth somewhere else throughout the internet, whatever I did. Just buck up and man up and say, no, I don't have the receipts because I did not donate all of my super chat money as I said I would. I didn't do that. I messed up. One of the two. I mean, Diane and Wendy has got to give something. They've got to give something. This attitude that they have, which I think is detrimental to them, of they owe no explanations whatsoever. They are higher than mighty. They've been to the mountaintop and back. No one can tell them anything. They're the ultimate do-gooders. They're infallible. Come on. So here's what I think needs to happen. This is my opinion. Are they human? Sure. Is anyone saying that you can't be friends with them? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I didn't say that about Tucker either. Tucker is worthy of friendships. He messed up. He screwed up. Right? No one's trying to throw Tucker from the train. No one's trying to throw these people from the train. Nobody's trying to get them to throw themselves from the nearest bridge. It's not about that. But here's what it is about. Somewhere along the lines, they have messed up. Right? I think this is what needs to happen. First and foremost, I think they need to disassociate themselves publicly with St. Jude. That is non-negotiable, right? Other than a St. Jude direct link, if you want to leave that, leave it. But no more of your St. Jude Teespring crap. You know what? Temporarily turn that crap off. Stop. No more ever mentioning St. Jude. Nothing. You have to literally disassociate yourself because you messed up. You screwed up. You can no longer truly be trusted with this whole St. Jude thing because truly you're sloppy, Diane, Wendy. You're sloppy. And not only are you sloppy, you were intentionally sloppy. And when you were called on it more than one time over the years, your sense of entitlement, your absolute sense of entitlement got the best of you. And now you're paying for it. Because now everybody's coming at you from every angle. So in order for this to work, for you to go forward, you can no longer be the St. Jude lady. And if you can't see yourself moving forward without being the St. Jude lady, I find that sketchy in itself. I would find that sketchy. That's a problem. Because nobody else down here feels the need to have to be the St. Jude person. So if you can't move forward with just being Diane and Wendy and taking St. Jude off the table, that's a problem. And I would red flag that to everybody. Let that be a red flag. If these people are unwilling to go forward without being the St. Jude people, honey, say what you will, that's some sketchy ass shit, as the street people would say. That's some sketchy ass shit. After all this, they still can't see themselves going forward without being the St. Jude gals? No. Also, secondary. Maybe you shouldn't be the local watering hole for a while. Maybe you should minimize your channel a little bit. Maybe you should give somebody else the opportunity, or somebody should just rise up and take the opportunity. Right? Maybe somebody else should be the local watering hole for a while. Maybe you all, at very least, right, at the minimum, have lost your privileges of being the town watering hole for a little while. Take some time to regroup, right? Rethink your position on things. See where you can improve, right? Where you can improve on your channel. Where you can come across more sincere, more on the up and up. Where people can start to build trust for your channel again. How about that? How about just back it up a little bit, right? Less is more. Adopt the less is more mindset. How about that? So these are just a few things that I would anticipate and expect from a channel like yours that is just basically, for all intents and purposes, committed channel suicide. Because really that's what you've kind of done. You've really just taken a gun to your own channel and just blew the thing apart. Right? Now, sure, there's people, you still have supporters. Of course you do. You still got channel supporters that are sitting there saying, yay, 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 yay. And I'll remind half of these people, where were you when Tucker did the same damn thing? You know? So, I do question some of your supporters, and they have every right to support you, don't get me wrong. But I do question the whys. Because like I said, there's quite some similarities. And I know that Diane and Wendy would like to believe that there's really no comparison. Oh, honey, but there is. But there is. Now, I know that the comparison would not work for your sense of entitlement or your narrative. But absolutely, there is. Tucker collected money, paid a portion to St. Jude, did not send it all. You collected money, paid a portion to St. Jude, did not send it all. Where's the difference? There's no difference. But I'll tell you what, Tucker had the sense to disassociate himself with St. Jude going forward. He had the sense to say, you know what, that ride's over. Does that mean Tucker can't, in the privacy of his own life, continue to donate to St. Jude? Of course he can. Does that mean that Diane and Wendy could not, in the privacy of their own life, donate to St. Jude? Of course they could. In fact, that would be ideal. That's what they should have been doing all along. They should have never have mentioned anything about St. Jude. They should have taken whatever super chats they've gotten and secretly and silently given it all to St. Jude, or given whatever they wanted to St. Jude. But again, this is what this need for public pats on the back gets people, right? You have to publicly announce your intentions to give, right? Gone are the days where people want to give in the dark. They want to give anonymously. They want to give in silence. They have to give on video. And even worse, they got to give other people's money, right? I mean, come on. Give me your money so I can give it to St. Jude. Well, isn't that magical and mystical? Give me your money. I'm going to pocket some of it, and then I'm going to be a dear, and I'm going to give some of it to St. Jude. Isn't that a win-win for me? So, there's my opinions, ladies and gentlemen. Do with it what you will. But remember, be kind to one another. Don't hate on one another. It's not worth it. They are not worth it. They're just not. There's no need going to war with one another over their shenanigans. Everyone has to remember, they messed up. They messed up. Not us. Ain't no need to fight one another. That's just a distraction for them. That's a big distraction for them. That's all that is. And there you have it. Till next time, take care.